everybody, welcome back to another video. It has been a long time since I have reviewed a Black Series figure for y'all, and that is because I have just been saving for Disney. Saving. And then obviously we had Christmas. This was actually something that I got as an early Christmas present from my husband, and it is the Luke Skywalker Jedi Knight Walmart exclusive Black Series figure. Yay! So by the time this video is going up, Christmas has passed. I've included it in my haul, but I am filming this before Christmas. So it was an early gift. I did want to go ahead and film it because I'm really excited to have this Luke Skywalker. For those of you who don't know, Luke is one of my favorite characters. It's like Chewbacca and then Luke, in terms of ranking, I guess, if you will. So I really like Luke. I love young Mark Hamill. Don't so much care for the Luke in the sequel trilogy, to be honest, but yes, this Luke was my jam. And so my favorite one, if we're getting specific, is Empire Strikes Back Luke. It's like Dagobah and Bespin, so Cloud City. Those two outfits and Luke at the time were my favorite. Also love him in his X-Wing gear. I'm talking about costumes specifically, and then his ceremony outfit at the end of episode 4. But this is another really top one, was obviously his Jedi robes from the Return of the Jedi. So, anyways, we have the Black Series box here. It is black and red with the background there. We have a picture of Luke, and then Luke Skywalker Jedi Knight. At some point he becomes a Jedi Master, but I don't know who he gets christened by. On the side, it shows the name, and there's no number because it is a Walmart exclusive. And then you can see the figure on the front, and then the paragraph of the biography here, which is just very small, that we all know because Luke's one of the most popular Star Wars characters. Yeah, so without further ado, guys, let's open this up and take a closer look. Alright, guys, so here's Luke Skywalker out of the packaging, but before I go on to him, I do want to show you the accessories first. He does come with his lightsaber, which is actually slightly bent in a direction just because of the packaging. It'll bend, it'll fix itself, it'll be fine, but it does look like it's removable, but I'm not going to take it out because for some reason it strikes me as delicate. The blade itself is really thick and green. The lightsaber hilt is actually pretty good. It's painted decent. So can't complain there. Not too bad. He does also come with a blaster, which is a really unique looking blaster. I do like the look of that. It's got a like gray and black wash to it. Cool sculpt design for it. I think the grip on it is actually even painted brown, so good attention to detail. So this is the Luke Skywalker that we get for when Luke goes to Jabba's palace. If you're unfamiliar with, or not as familiar with Return of the Jedi, Luke actually does change clothes, or it seems he loses pieces of his clothing throughout the movie. So initially he shows up and he's got a very traditional Jedi-like tunic that's in black, and he has a brown robe. As the movie goes on, when you see him in Endor, he's got his disguise on, but he also loses this tunic area, so it's just black pants and black shirt. When he fights Darth Vader, the flap is down. So you can get several variations of his outfit. As you can tell, this figure actually is kind of loose. We'll touch back on that in just a little bit. But I think that the robe is pretty nice. The hood's bunched up around his face, which I'm not a huge fan of just because they cut them kind of large. This one's actually cut a little more decent, where it doesn't look too bad, but still it's wrinkly. It's just one of those things that they're probably never going to master for small dolls, or action figures, if you will. But actually this one is not the worst I have seen. And then it kind of can get out of his way if you bunch it down back here. You probably have to curl it a little bit to get it to like stay. Now that I touched it, it doesn't want to stay, but it's fine. He's got the photo image face, the photoreal technology face, and I don't know, I feel like they kind of missed the mark on this face a little bit. There's something a little weird with his eyes. The detailing and sculpting is very good, but the way they printed his eyes is just a little off. He looks like he's looking in one particular direction. Now, is this better than the Luke that we got? Let me see. Is this better than this Luke? Probably so. Definitely different. So that's nice. This is obviously Luke fighting Darth Vader outfit. This is Luke going to Jabba's palace outfit. But, I mean, it's a small complaint. There's just something that looks a little off with his eyes. His hair looks really good. It's sculpted pretty well. Looks really shaggy. Super 80s. His black cape, or brown cape, is sculpted pretty good. It just slides off his head. And it's done pretty nice. It definitely was folded in because the fabric itself is actually pretty large. And so they kind of had it folded inwards so that when he was wearing it, it wasn't too big. The figure itself, I think, looks really good. He's all black, so pretty plain, actually. But yeah, his torso, he's got his tunic, and then underneath you can see his other Jedi robe that we see later on in the movie. His shoulders are on a ball hinge, elbows on a ball hinge, wrists on a ball hinge. His torso, as you can tell, is really movity. You can just like wiggle him, or I guess you could say his legs, whatever. Super, I don't know, loose. So that's kind of a bummer. The hips itself do turn and swivel. The thighs are a swivel. The knees are a ball hinge. Ankles are a ball hinge. There's no place to put a lightsaber if you were going to detach it from the blade. Yeah, he doesn't have a place, even though it does come with a teeny tiny hook. That's just something, I guess, to note. His feet look okay. They are a little uneven, which sometimes makes for problems with standing. I'll have to play around with it and see if we're good there. He comes with 2 gripped hands, so this one's the lightsaber grip, this one's the pistol grip because he's got the trigger finger going on. But you could just put the lightsaber in any one you want. The tunic doesn't come off, but it is sculpted independently. You can definitely cut this tunic off and use a Luke with his other outfit. I would almost venture to say that it's about the same body as the original Return of the Jedi Luke that we got back in 2014. But overall, he's pretty cool. I wish he wasn't so wobbly. That was kind of disappointing. I didn't know that till I opened him. But I definitely like displaying him with the robe just because it sets his outfit as different. This is the only time we see Luke wearing his robe. He loses it after and never wears it again. And then the hood is actually pretty decent. The more I'm talking about it, the more I think it actually doesn't look stupid. So there is that. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below about this guy. I like that he came with a blaster and a lightsaber, so you can set him up in some dioramas if you want. And I think overall he's a pretty good figure. Again, something a little weird about the eyes, but other than that, I think he's pretty good, and we've been looking forward to well, we have a lot of Luke. Some people might not like it, but I do. Another Luke, an updated Luke for Return of the Jedi. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and have a fantastic day. Bye.